So here's to the dreamers, the seekers, the wise. Crystal lavender will reach in the skies. Through tarot and starlight will always roam. In the heart of the universe we found our home. Comes where the mystics play. We speak the language of the Milky Way. A touch of Venus, a kiss from the moon. Guiding lost hearts with a sweet gentle tune.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome here. Welcome back. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever part of the world you're on, whatever time you are watching this video. This episode of As the Tarot Turns is brought to you on purpose with purpose, and I am your host, Crystal Lavender. So people know me as Criddle, like Riddle with the C. Other people know me as Nacho Mama. And that was my old YouTube handle back in the day, but I'm going to go with my God-given name, which is Crystal Lavender. Okay. So hi, welcome here. Welcome back. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Like this Venus retrograde like completely flipped my whole freaking world upside down. So I had to make sure that I was right in order to serve. Right. So I'm back and I've got a lot of new things. There were some things going on behind the scenes. Like I'm completely redoing my whole website. I'm going to be integrating my tarot channel into my website with my book. And I'm super excited about all of that. So welcome to the sanctuary. And soon enough, we will be inviting you to the inner sanctuary, and I'm going to do Sunday sanctuary stuff. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for your patience, hanging out with me. Cancer, what do we got for Team Cancer? Let's get you some general messages first. General messages for Cancer. What do we got for Cancer? General messages for Team Cancer. It's all wiggly. Why is it wiggling? Or am I tripping? Whatever. All right. Team Cancer. The Eight of Wands. A lot of movement, huh? Is everything going like really fast? Moving really, really fast? Manifesting quickly. Things are turning around quickly. Like people are making decisions like rapidly. There's like a lot of rapid movement. And this could have come after a time of disharmony and misfortune. Or there was definitely like some sort of, with the sun in reverse here, there was definitely some sort of unhappiness, some dissatisfaction, some disharmony. And I feel like that was inside of your family unit or whatever your close circle, like your everyday, like the people you live with, like your roommates or like your coworkers. So there's definitely been a lot of progress, a lot of movement forward, like with the Lovers card. So this is definitely a very strong soul tie, soul connection, moving forward towards a soul connection, and that could be, I mean, I wasn't genuinely speaking about love, but it could be a just greater harmony inside your unit, inside your living unit, inside of your working unit. I think there had to have been a major choice there. Like there was a huge choice that needed to be made. But with the Lovers card and the Justice card, it's like things are finally balancing out. The Judgment, things are finally balancing out. Things are finally like settling down. Like all the dust is settling. Like I feel like there was like some sort of major upheaval, some sort of major like major moves in your living situation or your living circumstances or your financial circumstances. But there was a lot of upheaval there, a lot of disharmony. There might have been a lot that was said that can't be taken back, but through all of that, there you found justice. You found, like, now that the dust is settled, now that the dust is settled, like things have kind of like calmed down a little bit. Things are going to move rapidly, extremely rapidly. Moving forward, not to say that there's not going to be any more challenges, because you're definitely going to be challenged. But the Temperance card wanted to come out. just keep a level head. All right. Don't make any sort of emotional decisions. All right. I know it's a lot easier said than done. Okay. Because I'm guilty. Okay. Guilty. But if there's been something that's brewing, like whatever was brewing before got let out. And now I think that the dust is finally settling. Things are starting to like get figured out one way or the other. And I feel like you're moving into a much more relaxed environment, much more harmonious, like gears working together, more of like teamwork, more working together, more companionship, um, just more balanced in general. There's a lot more balance in this situation, but I feel like it came from through a chaos, like all through the chaos, like you find this peace, and it wouldn't have happened had not all of that struggle have happened. It's like through that struggle, through that storm, it's like the storm finally went away, and like now you can smell like it's all nice and fresh, and it smells delicious, and the birds are chirping, and like without the storm, the rainbow wouldn't have been there. Like it feels like there was definitely some upheaval, some disharmony, some negativity, some harsh words that were spoken, and it feels more like a living situation than it does your work situation. It felt more of like a roommate's or like whoever it is that you share your space with, whether it be your children or your significant other. So Palo Santo, you got the Palo Santo card. So burn in some Palo Santos. It's a smooth, spicy aroma, clears out negativity, clears out negative energy, installs calm and relaxation, and fills your home with joy and harmony. So maybe invest in some Palo Santo. I love the way Palo Santo smells. Okay, and be careful of like the fake spiritualists. All right, be careful of people that are not in it for the right reasons, or people that preach but they can't walk the walk. They talk the talk but they don't walk the walk. Be careful of mentors that you might be trying to impress that don't hold the same value as you do. Like they, don't try to fit your star shape into a square box. Okay, don't try to fit your star shape into something that doesn't feel right for your own soul. All right. And grab some black obsidian. Black obsidian has a tendency it collects all the negative energy before it hits you. So black obsidian, onyx, jet, magnetite, those things have they're absorbent. They absorb negative energy before it's like it sends this force field around you, and then the negative energy will hit the force field of the obsidian, of the onyx, of the jet, before it actually gets to your own auric field. and it can also help you remember to look on the bright side of things. A lot of people don't believe. They're like, oh, crystal is voodoo, whatever, some woo-woo bullshit. But if you really knew what crystals actually like are used in everyday things, like ultrasound machines, like without a quartz crystal and an ultrasound machine, like you wouldn't be able to see inside of somebody's body because of the frequency that they emit, right? People don't believe in the stars. It's like, but we are, the moon changes the tide of the ocean, and we are like 70 something, 73% water. Like what makes you think that it's not going to affect you? It's like even Jesus was found by looking at the stars. Okay. They followed the stars. So I definitely believe. Jupiter retrograde. So there might be problems with making important life changes for future benefits, expansion, abundance, and prosperity. I know we're in Venus retrograde right now, and if you like, I am ruled by Venus, so I haven't had my butt kicked like this in a very long time. It's been years since I've felt the energy that I've been feeling lately, and I believe it has a lot to do with that Venus retrograde. We're also in Mercury retrograde, and there's a whole parade of planets going on through the sky right now. There's a whole lot going on. So by Jupiter retrograde, you might want to look into that when the next Jupiter retrograde is, right? So that way you're prepared. You're prepared for what's about to happen with Jupiter in retrograde. It says problems making important life changes for the future benefits, expansion, abundance, and prosperity. Spying on you is a part of their daily routines. You got somebody that's all in your energy, right? Haters make you famous, they say, because they are all up in your energy. Somebody is spying on you, trying to see what you're doing, trying to see what you got going on. If this is a roommate situation, like I feel like I had started a Cancer reading a little bit ago, and then there was a bunch of noise in my kitchen, so I ended up starting it over again. But that Cancer reading was talking about how like you're not very happy in the job that you're in right now, but it's better than letting somebody like hold it over your head. You know, being able to provide your own financial resources, like it gives you freedom to do what it is that you need to do, and it gives them less of entitlement over things that are yours, or over you know, oh well, I did this for you, so that means you got to do this for me. Or the fact that like if there's like ground rules or something, like they might be breaking the rules because like they pay everything, you know, and so they feel like there's like some sort of entitlement there. And I feel that you would rather keep this job that you really don't like in order to make sure that that tower doesn't fall, so that way this person can't hold anything over your head. And yeah, or claiming credit over your success. They talk about you behind your back. That could be a work situation. Who cares? It's none of your business what they say about you behind your back, right? If they wanted it to be your business, they would say it to your face. Like, it ain't none of my business what other people are saying about me. If they want me to know, they'll tell me, right? Like, it ain't none of your business what they're saying. It's like, let them say whatever they're gonna say, because the more they put your name, like they got your name all over their mouth, like, shoot, haters make you famous, right? But they might be trying to dig up dirt on you. If this is a work situation, or like if this was a hostile roommate situation, like they were trying to dig up dirt on you, trying to in order to justify how it was that they treated you, you know, or whatever decision it was that they made about like your work environment or your living situation. They want to be able to justify it, instead of just being like, okay, this is how I feel, like, you know, and just being straight up about it. It's like they want to beat around the bush and find other things. I don't agree with that card. It says seek someone to perform or learn to do a hex breaking ritual. Black magic only has power on you if you let it. Okay, so I don't like that card. I don't really believe in that card. But there might be somebody that is trying to throw black magic at you. So, or I'm not even sure if they're actually aware of it. It's not like they're sitting in a room burning candles. Like, well, I mean, some of you, they could really be doing that, but it only really works if you give it power. Okay. If you don't give it the power, if you don't feed it your energy, your attention, your awareness, then it really doesn't have any choice but to go back to where it came from. Okay, because you can't. Energy never goes anywhere; it just transforms. So if you feel like somebody is throwing black magic at you or throwing dark magic at you, just catch it and return it to universe with love and light and conscious understanding. I think the conscious understanding is the most important part, because if you return to sender, return to sender, return to sender, then it's like cleaning dirt with dirt, you know, and then that energy is just being passed back and forth, back and forth, back and forth without any sort of real transmutation. And if you send it with love and light and conscious understanding, like the conscious understanding is super important, because it is like, that's why they shouldn't be sending that black magic to you in the first place. That is the understanding of why that is going to screw them up in the long run. That's understanding that they're drinking poison, expecting you to be hurt by it. Okay. So that's why the conscious understanding, I think, is the most important part about a return to sender, is because if you just return it to sender, then they're like, oh, then they catch it and then they return it to return to sender, then it's like this constant, like perpetual loop that doesn't get any better. So, yeah, return to sender backfired on them. Okay. That's when return to senders backfire. That's why they backfire, is because it's just a constant loop that is being fed. Trickster spirit. Sudden loss of memory and things end up missing. So this person, like, they might have tried to sabotage you at your job or at your workspace. You know, they could be planting fake evidence to try to win the case that they have. Yeah, I would be careful. Be careful. Like, definitely cover your own butt. Okay. There's nothing wrong with making sure that your ass is covered. So make sure that if this is a person that you already know is trying to dig dirt up on you or is trying to use things against you, like, there's nothing wrong with making your own recordings, covering your own ass. All right. Yeah, personality disorder. This person might need some serious mental help. You know, they could really use a professional. Like, this person needs to see a professional, and not like a temporary thing. Like, it's not going to be like a one and done. But they're envious of you. They're envious of the connections that you have, of the energy that you carry, of the light that you bring. Something about the magic that you have inside of yourself. Like, they're envious of that. And envy is so much worse than jealousy. It's like envy is actually one of the 7 deadly sins. Is like, envy is it's like that it breeds and grows inside of them. You know, instead of working on their own and getting their own, it's like they're envious of the love and of the money and, you know, the light that you carry. You know, they're envious of how people respond to you. They're envious of your circle of friends, of the relationships you have with the people that you love, the people that love you. And yeah, you don't pay no mind to them. Like, their tricks don't work on you. And that will get under like especially somebody that is got some sort of mental issues like that, like, you not paying attention to their daggers that they're throwing at you, to the fact that the magic that they're casting isn't working, that you are still seeming to thrive anyway, is going to burn that person's ass, boy. And that's not a you problem either. That's not your problem. That's a them problem. All right, let's go on to your love portion. Single cancers. Got anything coming towards the single cancers? Single celibate, right? Celibate. There's a difference with being single on purpose. You know, single, celibate, sober on purpose. It's not that you don't have like options out there. Like, it's a whole other vibe when you're like, you know, like I know what I bring to the table. I know what it is that I want. Like, I'm not just going to settle for any Joe Blow Schmo from freaking Kokomo person. Like, you gotta match my energy. I feel like there's somebody that you are very much interested in, but it requires a lot of traveling. There might be a big distance between you and this person. There's somebody that is very much in your energetic field, and you feel like they could be the answer. The 5 of Swords. You feel like they could be the answer. That's also like a win at all cost type deal. You know, but it might, like, there might be a financial difficulties there. Like, there might be a problem with traveling, or like you might not be able to travel to this person because you don't have enough money to go there, or they don't have enough money to go see you. There's definitely some sort of financial disturbance with the person that you have your mind on, because we got the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So it's not like you know, like, you might be saving up to go see this person, or they might be saving up to go see you. But there's this like 4 of Cups. I don't like the 4 of Cups energy. That's the he said, she said energy. Like, you could tell what they're doing in this right here. That's disappointment. That's like the he said, she said. That is gossip. That's like a sister circle, gossiping freaking sister circle. So don't mind any of the he said, she said, but it definitely feels like there's a lot of disappointment in the person that you are interested in. Either disappointed that you can't come to them, or they're disappointed that they can't come to you. But there's definitely like a distance. There's a huge gap in between you guys. This could be distance. This could be just traveling in general. There's definitely a huge gap there, but you haven't lost hope. With the star card here, it could be an Aquarius. You haven't lost hope. You do want to come together with this person, and you know that this person wants to come together with you, but there's definitely some distance there. There's a financial difficulties, there's a distance difficulty, there's some major roadblocks, but like they say, if you really want it, if they really want it, if you really want it. King of Swords, Queen of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. You got the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So do you not feel good enough? Do you not feel like that you have enough, that you have enough to offer, that you can bring to the table to this person? Or this person doesn't feel like they have enough to offer to bring to the table? Their finances are definitely a problem. They're definitely an issue. Especially if you're dealing with a man. If you're dealing with a man and you make more money than he does, then he probably looks at that like he's not good enough. Okay. That's just the society that we live in. That's the way that especially our men were taught how to. It's like they weren't taught how to be men. They were taught how to not be women, and that's programming. They've been programmed to believe that they're not good enough if they don't make more than you. So that's unfortunate. Okay, let's see the Cancers that are in a current relationship. Cancers in a current relationship. How's it going? How's it going for the month of March? What do we got? The month of March. Cancers in a relationship. Financial independence. Self-care. Trying to become self-employed. Working on self. Fruits of the labor. Got the Nine of Pentacles in the upright, the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. So there's definitely a little bit more, like if you've been struggling financially and like in your relationship, or like one side of your relationship, like maybe like you've been holding all the weight, it definitely feels like that's going to be picking up. Somebody is picking up what it is, like where you're lacking, or where there is a lack there. Your significant other is definitely going to be picking up the slack there. There might be a new project that they just started, a new source of income, like a new revenue. They say that you should have 5 sources of income, right? So you guys might be starting a whole new source of income together, so you have like that other branch there. And if that's the case, then it does look like it will be successful. It's not going to come to an end anytime soon. If you're worried about your relationship coming to an end, or like the business coming to an end, which will, which you feel like will make your relationship come to an end, it's definitely not. There is resistance to change. There's a little bit of fear there. Fear of the unknown, fear of letting go, fear of taking that leap, right? Taking a leap of faith is super scary. A lot of us take leaps of doubt all the freaking time. Like we'd be like, not sure at all, but like, okay, like I'm just going to go ahead and jump, Definitely some resistance to change. Yeah, recovery from financial loss. If you guys have been having money issues, if that has been like, there are a couple huge factors that have a tendency to ruin really good relationships, and one of them is money. Money gets in the way of successful relationships all the fucking time, right? Like one person doesn't make enough, or one person doesn't contribute enough, or like when you guys aren't making enough and you're having a really hard time making things happen, then people start pointing fingers and walls go up, and then like other people feel like they're failures. There's a lot that revolves around finances, as far as like a couple being successful. It's like if would like a real couple, like a really, really super strong, successful couple, like it doesn't matter where they are in the world. They can be sleeping underneath a bridge next to each other. And it's like, as long as they've got each other, they're good. Right. And then there's other ones that are like if one person stops paying for stops providing for all this extracurricular activity, then all of a sudden they ain't good enough, like, oh, you can't pay for my nails, you can't do this, you can't do that, then I don't want you, right? So I guess it just depends on the type of person that you're with and the relationships that you're in. But you got the Lovers in reverse, so there definitely is a disconnect here. There's definitely a disconnect, and it has a lot to do with finances, with somebody not being able to pull their weight, or just not being a cooperative team member, you know. Somebody's pride getting in the way, or ego or pride, and the Wheel of Fortune. So unless something changes, unless somebody is willing to compromise, willing to listen, willing to take a leap of faith instead of a leap of doubt, it's like it feels like it's just going to repeat whatever this same cycle is. Yeah, but you're like, it can't get any worse, right? With the 10, that's as worst as it gets. That's as bad as it can get. It's like it gets as bad as it could get. But you're definitely dealing with somebody that has a power like this. There's some sort of power control here, some sort of element of control, manipulation, and it might be through money. Maybe this person likes to control you with money. It's like if you don't have your own finances, then they feel like you won't leave them, It's like, oh, well, how are you going to leave me? Where are you going to go? How are you going to get there? You ain't got no car. You ain't got no money. You know what I mean? How are you going to live? Some people like to, like they'll lay it on the table like it's like a loving gesture, but in actuality, it's a control tactic. It's like, oh, you don't have to work, baby. I got you. You know what I mean? No, my woman ain't never. My man don't need to work. My woman don't need to work. I got you. But really, it's a form of like, okay, well, that means that you don't have any of your own money, so you have to ask me. So that means that I have control of whatever it is that you're doing. So be mindful of that, because there's definitely, with the Emperor in reverse here, there's definitely a manipulative, controlling energy. And with all of the financial cards here, it could be about finances, right? A lack of discipline, stubborn, tyrant, reckless. There's definitely financial recovery. There's some sort of recovery from financial loss, spiritual poverty, charity, and improvement. So there's a lot going on here. And I don't know, there's a lot of people out there struggling right now, like I'm blessed. I have a roof over my head. Like, even if that's all I've got something, right? This person, I feel, is like using money as a form of manipulation or a form of control. So be mindful of that. You could be dealing with an Aries. We got Gemini, we got Aries, we've got Scorpio. We got Gemini again, Taurus, and Virgo. All right. Cancers that are interested in somebody. Cancers that are like newly in a relationship, like dating already. Not somebody that you're just interested in, like you're already official, but it's a brand new relationship. Let's see how that's going to go. Cancers that are in a brand new relationship. What do we got for Cancers in a brand new relationship? Feels like you could put a burden down. Ace of Wands. The 10 of Wands in reverse is like it feels like a burden has been lifted. Like, is this person like a breath of fresh air to you? You've put all of your options to the side. Like, you don't feel like you've, I don't know. Hold up. That you feel like you can actually rest and be at peace. Like, you feel at peace with this person, that you can actually lay your head down on them, that the burden has been lifted, like a prayer has been answered. You don't feel like 10 of Pentacles. Either this person's money look good or your money look good. Or together, y'all both have your shit together as far as finances go, which also might be a relief. Like you find somebody like, oh, they've been with the same job for 20 years. Like, damn, that shows a lot of commitment. Like, that means that they can actually to commit to something and be steadfast, So it might be like a sigh of relief. Like, you actually feel like you check all of their boxes. Like, I feel like you guys are still kind of trying to fill each other out. Page of Wands, it is still really new, so there is still a lot of there's still a lot of that new fire, that new passion, you know. There's a lot that's it's definitely being fueled right now. Like you guys are flaming each other's passions. Just staying at home. Are y'all just staying at home, like ruffling the sheets? Like y'all be hermiting, but there's still a lot of passion there. Like staying up all night talking, falling asleep in each other's arms. This feels cute. Feels cute. Going on adventures. Like it might have happened sudden and abruptly, so it could have like kind of taken you by surprise a little bit. But I think this person understands your like your emotional love language. Like I think they can tap into like the emotional side of you, which is something that you haven't, like nobody's been able to tap into for a while. It's like they might stick their toes in like surface level, but I feel like this person is willing to go like to the deep end. They all about that deep end, okay? But right now it feels like everything is running pretty smoothly. Everything is running pretty smoothly. Y'all are just chilling at home or whenever you're with each other, you know, falling asleep in each other's arms, staying up late. Queen of Cups, there's a lot of love there. A lot of love, a lot of potential, a lot of artistic expression within each other, with each other. Like you just feel like you could be yourself in the Two of Cups. Yeah. Y'all ain't going anywhere anytime soon. This looks like it's pretty balanced, pretty well balanced. There's a lot of passion, a lot of give and take, equal give or take. You know, you guys are still kind of trying to fill each other out, but as of right now, the energy looks really good between you two. It looks really, really good between you two. So close out, if you still got your options open, all right, close out your other options, all right, and focus on just this one option, all right? Make sure that they do the same thing too, because y'all don't want to be going into this with all kinds of other love options on the table, right? But there's no secrets being kept. Everything is straight on the table. Like what you see is what you get. They're pretty much down to be open and honest with you. They're being open and honest with you. They're not hiding stuff. There just looks like a lot of really good communication. It looks like a lot of emotional communication as well, not just like surface level stuff. You know, this feels pretty deep. Feels like they can tap in. They can tap into your heart center, and you can tap into theirs. So for right now, so far so good, Cancer. And the month of March, anyways, looks good. Month of March looks good. I would focus more on, well, it said that your whatever financial situation you were going through that seemed a little rough started out a little bit rough, but through the chaos, like after the dust settled, it's like you could see the forest of the trees, you know, you could see the realness there. Like whatever it was that separated needed to go. If it left, it needed to go. All right, whatever is being whatever is being transitioned out of our lives right now, it's for the better. No matter how tough it feels, no matter how hard it is to face or to accept, just know that there's a bigger purpose behind it, and that sometimes everything has to fall apart in order for it to fall into place. And that can be really challenging. It's a lot easier said than done, right? So we got to put our money where our mouth is. All right, put our money where our mouth is. Okay. So thank you so much, Cancer. I love you guys very much. Please remember to hit that little like button on your way out, and look for words. I will be having a newsletter, and yep, Mercury. Stuff. Words. Love you. Okay. Bye.